Well, ladies and gentlemen, NAMM 2019. Here we are again, Paul Reed Smith. Always a pleasure, my friend.
The booth's packed already.
It is. Congratulations. There seems to be quite a bit of enthusiasm for all things Paul Reed Smith in this very room at this very point in time.
Maybe I should tell my wife to come to NAMM.
Right? Get a little positive. Like, oh, yeah. I always, whenever anybody says anything nice to me, which is not often, I always say, would you mind calling my wife and telling her? Because she thinks the same I'm a putz. But no, that's not really true. She's an angel. Honey, you're an angel.
I was in Ricky Skaggs' studio, and the great engineer was sitting there, and he looks at me, and he looks at her, he looks at me, he looks at her, he looks back at me, and he says, you're seriously over-chicked, and he went back to mixing, and I was crying.
Over-chicked?
Over-chicked.
You know what? There are worse things.
No, there's no. It's an honor. It's great. So what do you see new at this show? Because I see lots of stuff.
Well, there's all kinds of, I mean, it would be weird to talk about all the things I've seen while I'm in your presence because we're here to talk about you and your glorious activities.
That was a very slick way of saying you're not going to talk about the other guitar companies. Okay, so let's go.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what you got going on for 2019 that would enthuse the Wildwood audience, which is going to be pretty much anything you have to say. So, right, what is new and exciting?
Look, this whole thing that we did with John Mayer and those pickups and those guitars taught us so much about pickups that we're now starting to apply what we've learned theoretically to the pickups in my guitar, the 594s, all this stuff, and we call it TCI, which is a tuned capacitive inductive. So basically it's like a Neve console where you can tune the note exactly where you want it at the amplitude that you want it. And so we've got them in SC guitars over here. We've got them in the guitar I'll play tonight. It's in this guitar right here. It's in Carlos's guitar. We obviously stuck it in the Silver Sky. And the more and more and more we go along, we're learning how to make these tuned things. So you can put 4 or 5 U47s with exactly the same circuit up, but they all sound a little bit different. But, you know, we're actually getting to the point where we can get them to sound the same.
Oh, excellent.
So we're tuning them.
Fine tuning.
Fine tuning.
I can dig it.
Very good. Did your wife teach you that?
My wife taught me everything I know. It's important to realize.
Did she fashion police the hat?
Well, actually, with the hats, I get those through Denise Porter, beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. And I have a few different guitars that are different colors. I sent her the pictures, and I said, can you make me some matching hats?
And she does that.
And she did. She does. So what happened was I watched that Jaco Pastorius documentary that was on Netflix, and I thought, you know, as a follically challenged rock mutant, I like headgear. So I thought, you know, those Joe Zawinul and Pastorius hats look really cool.
Yeah.
I did a little search, and she makes them. So I started buying some of those, and then she made me some variations, and now it's just fun.
So here's the thing for all the people watching. This is a very, very, very good guitar player, but forgetting that, more important to me, a very good musician.
Oh, well, thank you.
That part I like.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, last time we were together, this has nothing to do with anything other than it's fun.
Yeah.
We were talking Roy Buchanan stories, and I wasn't as surprised.
I was his sound man. My band was his band.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, it didn't end well.
No, it did not. But Roy, just, I mean, when did you first hear him, and what bearing did that have on all that you did with guitar, being from that neck of the wood?
We do a tune that came from Roy Buchanan, and we're going to start with it tonight in the Hilton. And the melody's do 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 do. He was very lyrical, and he had these tunes that he would play that were just pure melody and full of, you know, it had a sassiness to us and a little bit of trickery in it, but it was always melodic, and that's why he was such a legend. I mean, there's a lot of guys that can move their hands.
Right.
Some people, the music just flows out of them. There's a guy in Nashville named Chris Lusinger. Every note he plays just sounds like music.
Right.
I said, did I ever hear you play before? He says, well, I think so. I said, where did I hear you play? He says, well, every note on every Garth Brooks record.
Oh, there you go.
Wow. So anyway, I like musicians.
Yes, well.
I like guitar players, but I really like musicians.
Well, music is key. That's the whole thing.
Well, you want it to sound musical, right?
And that's what keeps us going, is it not? I mean, it's like the older you get, the business will do what it will, but music is always good.
Did you guys get a look at that private stock acoustic out there? The Graveyard guitars? Did you see the Graveyard t-shirts? There's so much stuff that's going on with us. It's cool. Carlos is going to be here today.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, we got a new SE that's sitting right behind your head. That's an SE version of what he's been playing live.
All kinds of good stuff. Amplifier-wise, anything new on the front?
That is a professional piece of gear in a toy market. That is a good piece of gear, period. That MT-15 sitting right there.
Mark Tremonti, yes, I heard great things about that.
It's a wonderful amplifier.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Thanks for coming to my booth.
Oh, always a pleasure, my friend. Thanks for taking the time and talking with us and giving us the lowdown on all things Paul Reed Smith.
Buy a hat.
And buy a hat from GregKoch.com. We'll make that happen for you. We'll make your dreams come true.
Bye, everybody.
Gregory Cockery here for Wildwood Guitars.
Gregory Cockery? Wow. Is that like
It's like Gregory Peccary from Frank Zappa.
Paulie Smithy, okay.
That's right.